Following the massive success of Monsters, Inc., Pixar began development on a sequel to the film titled Lost in Scaradise. Mike and Sully are older in this film, with Sully now wearing a tie. The plot of the movie centers around Mike and Sully paying a visit to Boo, but instead they find an elderly lady in her bed. This throws them off and leads them to believe Boo has moved houses. The two then take an adventure to find where she lives, looking all over the world. The project was looking good until 2006 when an announcement was made that Circle 7, the studio that was making the movie, got shut down, leaving Monsters Inc. 2 stuck in development. It's said that the movie would have ended with Mike and Sully realizing the old woman was Boo and she had just grown up. Years later, a director and producer at Pixar, Pete Docter, responded to fans asking about the movie, saying, "We purposely went with a prequel for Monsters University because we didn't want to answer some of the questions about what happens to Boo, and how does she grow up and things like that. It would have to be really compelling, which is hopefully the benchmark for all our sequels anyways." Basically saying the movie will never be finished. Today what we can see of the movie is concept art and a few storyboards online. During the mid-2000s, Marvel and EA became partners and planned to make some fighting games. Their first joint project was Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects, released in 2005 on all consoles of the time, including a port to the PSP and Nintendo DS. There are 12 playable characters in the game, with each of them having a unique storyline. Marvel Nemesis also had character exclusivity depending on which console you played the game on, with Doctor Doom and Captain America being available only on PlayStation Portable. However, the Human Torch is missing from the port of the game. During story, you fight against a new set of villains called the Imperfects. Despite the game being well put together and introducing a new fighting style, it was poorly received by critics. The general consensus was that Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects was a mediocre game and got a 5 out of 10 rating. EA looked to make another game immediately after the first one. So in 2006, they began production on a new game titled Marvel. This time around, EA and Marvel decided to bring in developers of the Fight Night series. The game would carry over the roster from Marvel Nemesis, with possibly adding a few characters. There was a trailer released for the game, but 1 year later, the partnership between Marvel and EA was no more, so all projects were cancelled. It's said that during development, the new team put too much into character designs, and Marvel had to make them change to the original characters again. Another big problem with the game was the open world level designs. The levels seemed too big and not well planned out. Crowd control was also going to be available in the game, but this took away from the main fight and was scrapped during development. In my opinion, this contributed to the bad level design. Gameplay of Marvel has been found and can be viewed online. The game didn't look the best, but you can tell it's an unfinished product. Big X is an anime manga from the 60s that was made into an anime show in 1964. It's about a boy who uses a drug to increase his body size to a giant called Big X. The show ran for 59 episodes on TBS. After its initial run, Big X would never air again. Out of the 59 episodes, only 17 of them are known to have been online at some point. The pilot episode was recovered when a film collector came forward with a 16mm print of it. He handed it over to the owners of the show so they could save it in their archives, as they were missing the episode as well. The 11th episode was discovered in 2015 when it was shown on the Animax network as a 50th anniversary special. However, while doing research to see if there was any home media releases for the show, I came across a listing on PlayAsia. The description says Big X Anime Library 48 HD Remastered DVD box set for a price of almost $200. This is a 3-disc set, so it's possible that it could contain all episodes. If a fan of the show decides to buy this DVD, maybe this case of lost media will finally be put to rest. Class of 3000 is an animated series that aired on Cartoon Network from 2006 to 2008. The show features Andre 3000 from Outkast, who is a superstar and music teacher named Sonny Bridges, located in Atlanta at Wesley School of Performing Arts. The show was a success, running for 2 seasons and 28 episodes. The Cartoon Network website was very popular around this time, and some episodes of Class of 3000 were exclusive to CartoonNetwork.com. The show was removed from television due to a lawsuit filed by a former art student who claimed the concept was stolen from a music show he tried to pitch in the late 90s. The day in court would finally come, and the judge dismissed the case, stating, "The two works were very different, and the former art student failed to understand the fundamental difference between idea and expression." After the lawsuit settled, 23 of the 28 episodes were available on iTunes. Once fans started rewatching the show, they noticed the second season wasn't complete. Episodes Vote Sunny, Cam Inc., 2 to Tango, and You Ain't Seen Nothing Yeti, which were the last 4 of the series, and episode 20, The Cure, were all missing. Throughout the years, all episodes have resurfaced online, except for the episode You Ain't Seen Nothing Yeti. A Polish dub was on YouTube for some time, but has since been taken down. However, an English dub is yet to be found. I grew up watching Class of 3000, so I'm glad most of the episodes are available to watch now. And that is 4 interesting pieces of lost media. Be sure to check out the channel for more lost media content. And until next time, stay up late productions.